There's a kind of person who will smile at you, make you feel like the center of the universe, and then, without warning, disappear. Not in a dramatic way, not with an argument or a fight, but in a quiet, almost polite retreat. You might wonder, did I imagine the connection? Was I too much? Did they never really like me? If this sounds familiar, you're probably encountering what psychologists call the avoidant attachment style. Now, it's tempting to think avoidants just don't want love, that they are emotionally unavailable by choice, or worse, that they don't care. But avoidants do want love, deeply, sometimes painfully so. The problem is, love feels dangerous to them, and this is where the story begins, not with adults, but with children. Attachment theory, pioneered by John Bowlby, tells us something revolutionary. The way we learned to connect as babies shapes every relationship we ever have. Imagine being a child who reaches out for comfort, a hug, a soothing voice, a simple sign of presence, and getting none. Not abuse, not trauma in the classic sense, just absence. A parent who's distracted, preoccupied, or uncomfortable with emotion. The child learns a vital, if painful, lesson. I can't rely on others to meet my needs. If I want to survive, I must do it alone. This doesn't turn off the child's need for love, it just teaches them to hide it, suppress it, and in time, avoid it. Avoidants are paradoxal creatures. They want connection, but connection scares them. So what do? They pull away. When someone gets close, it triggers an ancient alarm bell in their nervous system. They don't just feel discomfort, their whole body goes into a kind of low level panic. In psychology, we call their tactics deactivating strategies. These are unconscious moves to keep emotional distance. It might look like criticizing the other person for being too clingy, throwing themselves into work or hobbies like a lifeline, ghosting or withdrawing after moments of vulnerability, hyper focusing on independence, sometimes to the point of isolation, and it's not cruelty, it's self protection. Avoidant attachment isn't just a psychological quirk, it's biology. Their nervous systems, especially the sympathetic branch that handles threat detection, is hypersensitive. When intimacy approaches, their body doesn't register warmth and safety. It sounds an alarm, danger, loss of control. This is why avoidance can seem so calm on the outside while feeling deeply unsettled inside. Their childhood training taught them to mask their distress, to keep a poker face, while their brain frantically tries to keep them safe. So, how does one tell if an avoidant likes you? Because they don't say it out loud. Avoidants don't always say, I miss you. They might never send a late night text saying, thinking of you, but love slips through in small, almost hidden ways. They help you out without making a big deal. They share a personal detail but quickly change the subject. They show up consistently, even if emotionally distant. They remember odd little things you mentioned months ago. They accept your presence without pushing you away. Love for avoidance is subtle, like a whisper rather than a shout. So, how does one connect with an avoidant without losing themselves? Loving an avoidant asks you to both be brave and patient. So, what helps? Regulate your own emotions. Stay calm, steady, and grounded. Give space without withdrawing your presence. Don't personalize their distance. It's about them, not you. Show that emotions aren't dangerous, just human, and set boundaries that honor your needs. But, and this is important, avoidants have to want to change. You can't push, drag, or fix them. Healing often requires therapy, self work, sometimes trauma informed approaches like somatic therapy. We need to remember that avoidants are not broken, they are survivors. What avoidants really want is safety. Not safety from love, but safety in love. They are people who learned early that love means risk, risk of being ignored, abandoned, or overwhelmed. The poet Warson captured this perfectly. My alone feels so good, I will only have you if you are sweeter than my solitude. This is avoidant love in a nutshell, fiercely independent, quietly yearning, cautiously hopeful. If you can offer them gentle consistency without pressure, if they choose to meet you halfway, you may witness something rare and extraordinary. A person who has survived emotional solitude finally choosing to be seen fully and without retreat.